Hello, my pretties. Oh, I kid, but I am Calahn de la Luna, director of the Blackthorne School. And I have been wanting to start making videos for quite a while. And part of that is wanting you to get to know me better and vice versa. And part of it is wanting to share some amazing things that I have been learning and receiving, just wanting to make a more open channel to share with you. So I think there's a lot of nervousness that comes up in making videos. It's hard to put yourself out there. And like many people, I also get some imposter syndrome, dun, 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 and I really just want to reach out and make a genuine connection with you. I know we're going through some hard times. Right now, as this video is being filmed, we're in the midst of a pandemic, and life has felt very, very strange for a very long time now. And I feel the more connection we can have, the more we can see other practitioners doing some wonderful things. My hope is the more that we can all be inspired and lift each other up. You know, in our common culture here in the US at least, there is a lot of power over other people, just in the way we do business here, in the way a lot of things are taught to us about family, but that's not what I believe in. I believe in an empowerment model versus power over. And I think the more we share with each other, the more we grow, and we all stand on the feet of giants. So I wanted to share just a little bit about myself and my practice to kick off my video series that I'm going to be releasing. Again, I'm Calahn de la Luna. I have been studying witchcraft for, goodness, it'll be 10 years in March. Yeah. And I still sometimes feel like an imposter, still sometimes wonder what direction my practice is going, despite running the Blackthorne School, which has this incredible array of instructors who are just some of the most knowledgeable, beautiful, insightful, well-read, well-practiced people I know. And me choosing those people very intentionally for who I think will bring some very cutting edge and difficult to obtain information to the students. Sometimes I can get lost in this barrage of information. I mean, never before have we had so much input from other people. We've never had so many books. We've never had so many people writing blogs and posting videos and doing all this online content and offering workshops and this whole host of wonderful information for the most part. I mean, some of it is more quality than others, of course. So where do we find ourselves when we're just flooded with information? That's a huge question I ask myself a lot. And I think there's this quality of even just feeling into, what do I really want for my own path? What am I looking to get out of my path? Doing some journaling on this really helps. Write these questions down, kids. Yeah. What do I really want from my path? What did I show up and start studying this to achieve? Where am I in terms of my goals? Where do I want to be as a practitioner in 1 year? What about in 5 years? And what will it take for me to get from point A to point B? Those are questions that you need to ask yourself if you feel a little bit stuck or in a rut. Other things that can really help, maybe there has been a course that is really calling out to you and resonating and you just can't get it out of your head. Take the course, rip the Band-Aid off and take the course. You'll never know unless you try it if it is for you, right? Another thing that can really help is connecting with other practitioners. And that might look different for different people, but I think connecting with a community, if at all possible. And I get, you guys, that's so tricky during COVID. So be safe about it and make sure you do what's right for you. Some of us have different health limitations than others. So I would never ever, encourage you to do something that puts your health at risk. But with that said, can you get some creative ways of connecting with other practitioners? Social media, and I know we love to hate social media, right? Like, oh my God, Facebook, it's the worst. Everybody's saying that. And while Facebook can be absolutely savage sometimes, it can also be this tremendous tool for connecting with other people. Messenger is your friend. Ask people those questions you've been pondering but haven't really gotten up the courage to ask. Also, courses can be a really great way to meet new community. You can meet other practitioners that are really on a similar wavelength to you. You can maybe learn to look at some things in a little bit different light than you might have considered. And I suspect that if you really get engaged with the course group, you might really be pleasantly surprised at making some real friends that last longer than the course, and hopefully for years and years. That's what I've done. Other things to stay sane during this crazy time. Really grabbing hold of your practice with both hands. And sometimes I get that we are just in that space of, I feel so overwhelmed and it's the pandemic and I don't even want to get out of bed. Yes, I get that. And sometimes you have to kind of really simplify your practice, but just showing up every day and maintaining that relationship with a spirit that you're really connected with can be life-changing. And maybe you just set out a simple glass of water for them every day and drink your coffee first thing in the morning while sitting at their altar, and just tell them what is wrong with the world, tell them what is wrong with your life, tell them how you're hurting, and listen. Spend time in community with your spirits. And you might be really pleasantly surprised that you feel a lot better after that. And then there's the whole human side of things, taking good care of yourself. You, as a 5-year-old person, still live inside your body as an adult person. If nobody takes care of 5-year-old you, that would be really, really sad. So take care of yourself as if you were maybe a 5-year-old child. I mean, take that with reason, right? Like, we can't just be impulsive all the time and go on buying sprees with money we don't have, right? But let yourself play a little. Let yourself make artwork. Spend time just rummaging around in nature and listening to the wind in the trees, and dig around in the dirt if it's okay, and not trespassing, and, you know, just nurture yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Have compassion that you are going through a heck of a lot right now. We all are. And we deserve to have some self-compassion. So, with that said, I wrote a poem in kind of the dregs of this year of like, things feel so scary and hopeless. You know, like a few weeks ago is when I wrote it, when the US election was going on and we weren't sure what was gonna happen yet. And I was just like, what do we do? So I wrote this poem, and I hope things, for one, are feeling a little more hopeful for you right now. And I also hope that maybe this could be uplifting for somebody. And if you like it, let me know what you think in the comments, if that's okay. Whatever you want, but I would always love to hear from you. And without further ado, here's my poem. It is called The Trouble with Winter. I could sleep for 18 days, and even that would not be enough. 18 days of breath rising and falling. 18 days of eyelids fluttering in their slumber. Meanwhile, the wind rattles the leaves in the trees, slowly falling to the ground. A bird flies overhead, the last to leave before winter. I could sleep for 18 days, and still that would not be enough. The willow weeps inconsolably by the edge of the white lake. Fog is rolling in from the distance. Tonight there will be snow, and sometimes we believe we will never see spring again. But that is not the truth. That is not the truth. It is easy to wonder what will become of the world during winter. I could sleep for 18 days, and even that would not be enough. The water laps at the foot of the willow. I want to write a message of hope before the ripples freeze. Baby birds will be born in spring. Sunlight will be warm upon our bodies. Folks will skinny dip in the swimming hole in the holler. Speckled puppies will chase laughing children through sprinklers in the yard. Books will be written, songs will be sung. The earth will continue her dance around the sun. Thank you for taking the time to listen and watch this video, and I hope to be offering more. I'd love to hear from you, and we have so many exciting things that we're going to be sharing with the Blackthorne School as well as me individually. So I hope you'll follow along with us and join in with us. We have such an exciting journey ahead, all of us together. Thank you, and be well.